Hello, welcome back everyone. This is Seewing Yee, and today I'm going to do a sort of a quarterly update dated February 2024 on the foreclosure information, housing market foreclosure nationwide as per CoreLogic. Without further ado, let me go ahead and share the screen right here, which is dated April 25, 2024. CoreLogic, one of the leading global market property information analytics and data-driven solution provider for the housing market. So anyway, the headline is CoreLogic, U.S. mortgage delinquency foreclosure rates over near historic lows in February 2020. And the first paragraph indicates that the U.S. overall mortgage delinquency, which is a near 2.8%, and furthermore, adverse delinquency are 0.4%, 0.4 of 1%, less than 1%, right? When I say 0.4, that means 4/10%. Foreclosure is at 0.3% of 1%, and transition rate 0.7. We're all unchanged from numbers recorded year over year, February 2023. A mere 4 states posted small overall annual delinquency rates increases, and 8 states saw no change, and 39 states show year-over-year declines. In case you have not heard, last year the island of Hawaii, Lahaina specifically, they had some major fire in that particular resort town, which coincidentally I've been there a number of times on a cruise ship over the years. We're Princess Cruise, by the way, to Hawaii in the Bay Area. So it's very sad to see that's such a nice excursion for myself and my family. But they're slowly rebuilding. Meanwhile, again, obviously for those reasons, this very small area are people going through some serious delinquencies due to the wildfires that occur, which is very surprising. All right. So furthermore, again, CoreLogic only goes up to February. The next update they're going to have in terms of foreclosure data will be at the end of this month, May. Probably sometime next month, June, I may have another foreclosure update coming from CoreLogic. Meanwhile, yeah, they can only go in February. Right now, March, April, May. So CoreLogic, the way they report their housing data, they always like 3 months behind. So they're way behind the 8 ball compared to Zillow or compared to Redfin or compared to National Association of Realtors, the other website or even Altos Research, the other websites, they provide pretty almost like a 1 month behind in their data. Whereas CoreLogic, they're 3 months behind. So in 3 months time, things that happens very fast. As we've been watching the housing market activity in the past years. But anyway, it is what it is. I can only report what they have the most current data in February. We see last points like updates. They have actually 5 different categories. The early stage delinquencies, 30 to 59 days, which is nationwide, which is 1.5%, up from 1.4. So very fractional, like 1.1% higher year over year. So really minuscule in terms of the numerical percentage differences, right? Not even 1%. Early stage. So adverse delinquency 60 to 89 days, up 0.4%, unchanged from a year ago. Serious delinquency 90 days or more past due, which is a little bit less down, a little bit less than 1% from last year over year, from 1.2 with a high of 4.3% in August of 2020 during the pre-pandemic. The foreclosure rate was even higher back then. But we're not going to go over the reason why delinquency situation occurred on a historical basis. Every year we have with the exception of the housing crash back in 2008. That's an anomaly. But these days, a lot different. Most people have massive amount of equity, along with the lower mortgage rate that they have. They are most homeowners are in a very good financial positions. Okay, that that. Anyway, if it's a foreclosure inventory rate, it's a share of mortgage that in some stage of foreclosure process, 0.3%. Again, that's a way less than 1%, which is unchanged year over year from February 2023. So again, the next paragraph pretty much the same similar sentiment what I just said, and it goes like this: most Americans with mortgage are still able to make their payments on time, with nearly all stages of delinquency remaining near historic lows in February. Even if homeowners who are current on their mortgage payments begin to struggle due to a job loss or due to disability or due to a divorce or whatever, those substantial U.S. home equity growth, which was up 1.3 trillion with a T, which is 8.6% on an annual basis in the fourth quarter of 2023 from fourth quarter of 2022, should provide many with a financial cushion that will help them avoid falling into foreclosure. Obviously, there are a lot of mitigating options available from the government that can help people to avoid foreclosure. There's a lot of, mitigation such as mortgage forbearance and a lot of workout solutions available in the marketplace. The homeowners who are in a delinquent situation, they have to reach out to available resources that are available to them, seek help and whatever. But and like I said, look, assuming a lot of mortgage owners right now, they refinanced back in 2021 at a historical low rate of 3% or below, the mortgage payments are very low, right? For most homeowners, most mortgage owners. Besides, 40% of all homeowners in the country have no mortgages at all. They are free and clear. So they don't even have a mortgage to worry about. Okay? So just going to show you the financial position of U.S. homeowners are far different than those what happened with 2008 financial crisis. Okay, it's not an apple-to-apple comparison. So let's go back to the article. So the mortgage performance remains strong. This means that people that own the mortgages, they are in a very good financial position. They have a very good job. They have a very low mortgage payment with a low historical rate. And the people that took out mortgages in past 3 years, they are good borrowers. They have very good, very high FICO score in the mid 700s or whatever. They have a good job stability. And again, they have very massive amount of equity. And they are in a lock-in effect, right? Most homeowners, in addition to 40% of the U.S. homeowners who have no mortgages at all, the other 25% of all the people that have mortgages, the mortgage are less than 3%. 3% mortgage rate, this is historic. Then another 20 to 25% have mortgage rate less than 4%. Another, don't quote me exact amount, I don't have the chart next to me. Another 30% of mortgage holders have a mortgage rate of less than 5%. Only, I believe, 10% of all the mortgage holders in the U.S. have a mortgage rate of 6% or below. So people, I have to believe the majority of the people who are delinquent right now with their mortgages, people who purchased their home recently in the past 12 to 18 months. And furthermore, I don't have the data, but I believe that majority of those delinquent homeowners right now, they have a 0% down VA loans or 3.5% down FHA loans or other borrowers that put very little down payment. And with the slight corruption in some housing markets in the country, they may be a little bit upside down, a very small percentage who upside down means their loan balance are higher than the value of their home. That making a short sale situation. Yeah, only the small top tier homeowners, I believe, they have a higher mortgage rate than usual. They have a very little down payment that they purchased their home in the recent past. That may be in that category of foreclosure delinquency status, right? So it takes, look, in many states, and it's a state by state basis, but sometimes for the bank does not want those foreclosures, right? They don't want to play the foreclosure game. They will do their best to account their borrowers to find a workout solution, okay, and sell their home before the delinquency become too far into the future, when they sell the homes, if they have equity still remaining on their homes, they should be fine. It's not a stress sale in a way it is. All right, people have other options. Put more. Look, the people that have those 3 to 4% mortgage rate, their mortgage payment is only like maybe $1,500 to $2,000, depending on where they live, what's the purchase price of their home. Every market is different, but another workout solution is available to some of those so-called delinquent homeowners, or they could easily rent out their property, rent out the whole house, or rent out room by room, capture the rent they collect and use some or the majority portion of their rent to pay the mortgage for them, even though they lost their owner or in distress because they lost their job. Look, even if they lose their job, we have not heard the labor market is very strong. They lose their job, they can easily, there are more jobs in there are available people to fill them. That's what's going on. The labor market is very strong. The unemployment rate is less than 4%. Yeah, you need to have an unemployment rate nationwide for around 6% in order for the housing market to take a prices to take a downturn, right? And the data so far, as of now, does not indicate any further unemployment increases that I could see on my data. Remains to be seen. Nobody can predict the future, but putting to fund their job, right? If they lose their job, or they can get some side hustle, maybe drive Uber, taxi, whatever. There are many part-time jobs and full-time jobs available. They have to make the sacrifice to restore their financial position to avoid losing their houses, right? So today, more than ever, there are many more creative workout solutions out there to prevent a proposal to go through. By the way, a typical, look, I've been in this business for more than 20 years. I'm a real estate investor, in case you don't know, that I've seen the worst of them. I went through the 2008 housing crisis back then. I know what's going on. And for the foreclosure go through the entire stage in certain states like Florida, it takes 3 years for the bank to ultimately take the house back. And the banks these days, they are not in the business of foreclosing. So they are very open-minded in work out solutions. It takes like 6 to 9 months of not making a payment before the notice of default takes about 90 to 120 days, depending on the state. Like NOD, the notice of default. So the worst case scenario, it takes several years, the full cycle of foreclosure to occur from beginning to the end. So during the next 2 to 3 years, of the full cycle foreclosure to occur before the house become REO, real estate owned, if you will, because you have not heard the term REO is a very popular terminology back in the housing crash in '08. But we don't see the REO these days. If we try to find some bank option or homes that are under the REO, real estate owned status within a bank, if you want to go to a bank, hey, Mr. Banker, do we have any kind of REO homes in your portfolio? That will, most major banks, they're going to say, no, don't. So a lot of those homes that go through the various stages of foreclosure, 30, 60, 90, 120 days, and even a year. Along the way, there's a lot of workout solutions. Let's take workout solutions. There's a lot of different ways to cure the default, okay? Modifications, I wouldn't. Anyway, you get the idea, right? Okay, let's conclude this article. The share of mortgages in foreclosure remained at 0.3% in February, which is where it has been since March in 2022, and only slightly higher than the all-time low. You can make the argument right now, we are at the all-time low in the foreclosure percentages on historical basis. All right, so let's go show you. Okay, some final details before we conclude with this. 4 states out of the 50 states have a very slight increase, 0.2 percentage point increase. Largest gain was in Arizona. Then another one, of course, in Maui, Lahaina, in Hawaii, 1.6 percentage points. And another area, Huntsville, Georgia, and New Orleans, with the 0.4% percentage point, even less than 1% gain year over year. Nothing trending. In February, 3 metro areas posted an annual increase in serious delinquency, which is more than 30 days. And then 25 metros report no change. The metros showing annual serious delinquency were in, again, on Maui, Hawaii, Carson City, Nevada, and Huntsville, Georgia. Right? So this chart pretty much comparing year over year. Very slight difference year over year from 2023 to 2024, February year over year. You can read this chart on the own. And these are the states with the highest overall delinquency rate: Louisiana, Mississippi, New York, Alabama, West Virginia, and Maryland. You can see a very small percentage year over year. Nothing to be concerned about, to my estimation. Foreclosure and delinquency rate for selected metro areas. Let me see. Let me see what I can see here. Boston, Chicago, Denver, Houston, Las Vegas, LA, Miami, New York. That's the area where I live. So foreclosure rate, year over year change. Again, less than 1% year over year in terms of this is 30 days late here. And so anyway, I'm not going to go over the details. At the end of the day, there's nothing trendy. There's nothing severe to report. Of course, things can change. The most important thing, the metric, is the employment status, job status, and the labor market. So labor market has been strong, with certain exceptions. Of course, the high-tech industry, mainly in California, has been impacted by the layoffs that we see on headlines for the past couple of years. But other than that, overall, the economy seems to be strong. Unemployment seems to be low. So it's all about jobs, right? When people have jobs, they can pay the mortgage. When we see any kind of trends that indicate employment is been higher or the labor market is getting weaker, then there might be a cost concern. Otherwise, nothing severe to report. Contrary to, you may see some crash bros porn out there that will try some manipulate the data to show, foreclosure have increased 200% in a certain market, whatever. Yeah, that 20% increase from 500 foreclosure to 1,000 foreclosure within a specific region of the country. So don't let the percentage increases or whatever, these doom and gloom negative headlines are conjured by those crash on bros out there that always take a clickbait, doom and gloom. They get a lot of subscribers. They want to report negative information, so they manipulate the foreclosure data that can meet their clickbaits and headlines. All right. So other than that, I'm just doing my best to give it real hardcore data, supported by CoreLogic, and they are the most credible source to review these kind of trends. All right. So anyway, as I conclude this, if you receive any kind of value whatsoever from this video, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I will provide frequent housing market updates on a weekly basis on many areas of the housing market, not just foreclosure status. But at the end of the day, my occupation, my profession is I'm a real estate investor. So if you wish to learn more about real estate investing, please subscribe to my website. You'll put your email into the newsletter database, so you receive free real estate information coming to your email inbox pretty much on a daily basis. So you can make informed decisions if you want to become a real estate investor. And that's the way you will learn and grow. Thank you so much. This is Seewing Yee. I'll see you in the next video. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.